Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
Oh, there we go. What is going down, everybody? Yes, the NFL draft. We are one day away. We are like 24, 28, 29 hours away from this NFL draft kicking off. I know everybody's as excited as me. And so we're going to do a first round mock. We're kind of use everybody's like input. It's all for fun. And yeah, let's get down to biz. Let's see who's up in here. Phil in the house. What up? What up? Daniel Barry in the house. What up? Marco from the future. What up? What up? And Brian said, send me the link. So we're just doing it right here. Everyone's going to be able to have some input. And yeah, we're going to be, we're not going to do any trades. So we're just going to pick as if there's no trades in the first round. Johnny, what up? What up? What up, Jamie? What's going down? Hey, the dough in the house. What up, bro? Yes, sir. For the first round and then probably the second round. I don't know if I'll be here. Like, I don't know if I'll do the whole second and third round, but first round for sure. And then second round for sure. So we'll be live on Thursday and Friday covering the draft. Hopefully all you guys are here with me. TJ in the house. What up? King D, shout out to the LBC. What up? What up? Stranger in the house. Shout out to the Houday Nation. Zach in the house. What up, bro? Okay. I'm going to hit this bowl. We're going to start this off. For number one at Tennessee, I mean, are we just all in agreement that it's going to be Cam Ward? I mean, I really feel like Tennessee could trade out of that spot. I really feel like Abdul Carter should go first. I feel like he's the one who's like the locked and loaded guy who is not going to fail out of all the kind of top end guys. Hollywood, what up? What up? And Johnny said April's the best month of the year, my birthday and the NFL draft. Let's go. Happy belated birthday, brother. And Marco said no trades in the first round. What was the last time that happened? I was saying it a couple weeks ago. Like, I don't remember, like, at this point of the draft where we're like literally a day away. I mean, and I said this last week where we were a couple weeks away. I don't know if I've ever seen it like this where there has not been a first round trade that happened like at all. And I'm sure we're going to get some kind of first round trades going down. But yeah, who's it going to be? I mean, the rumor mill right now, as if everybody's interested in rumors. So the Buffalo Bills, they've been talking about moving up. I don't know how high. I don't know if it would be a top 10. I don't know where they would try to go, but that's kind of the buzz that Buffalo is going to try to move up from where they are right now. They have 30 overall. I've been hearing that the Cleveland Browns are potentially going to move back. The Broncos potentially going to move up to try to get one of those pass catchers in the top, I don't know, 12, 15 picks. Houston, I mean, shit, we've seen them make major moves in the past when they got CJ Stroud and Will Anderson moving up, and apparently they could be on the move as well. Rams got a little buzz about them potentially moving up. Now, this one's interesting. The New Orleans Saints, they're at number 9, and apparently there's some buzz about them trying to move up, maybe not with their first round pick, but with their second round pick and trying to get into the first round with that number 40 pick. So they have the number 40, only a couple out of the first round with their second pick. So I wonder if that's something that's actually like realistic. Hearing that the Giants may move down, and then hearing that the Eagles also could try to move up. All right. And yes, Scotty, this is all supposedly. Oh, wait, what did I say? How bad the Cowboys going to screw this up, supposedly? I mean, you know, they're probably going to be right on par for what the Cowboy fans want. Johnny said Tennessee came out and said Ward's their guy. I know, and I feel like that's why we're going to do this right now, but also feel like it's lying season. Like, if he was really their guy, why would they say it? Kind of have no reason to. I think they take Carter to ride out Levi's. Yeah. Browns haven't had a first round pick in years. They finally get a top pick. They forget to use it and have to forfeit it. Realize that mid round end up taking a dude already injured. Classic Browns. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. And Stranger, what up, bro? He said, but trade back in the first. Probably my preference in real life if we could find a trade partner. Okay, yeah. So you're talking about the Bengals. Supposedly my Cowboys are working on trades. Ooh, interesting. Working on trades to move up or move down. Probably be smarter if they just move down. Hey, Minnesota Marty in the house. What up? What up? Hollywood said definitely can see the Eagles trading up or back. I'm going to be waiting all night just to get pits on when they make a trade and move back into the second round. Or you'll be watching all day and you'll see them move up. I mean, we've seen that happen from them before multiple times in this current regime. Bengals only have 6 picks, so moving back at some point is high on the list. Yeah, definitely. I mean, curious if they do that with their first, second, or third. Well, I guess I don't know if they have a first, second, and third, but rumor in Chicago's polls one Gianti bad, and the Bears could have an agreement with New England to move up if Carter and Hunter are off the board. Yeah, I heard that as well. Would not be surprised to see the Pats trade back from 4 to 9 or 10. Yeah, I mean, when the Pats make their best draft picks, it's usually when they move back. So I'm with you on that. And a lot of times that's usually their MO is moving back. Okay. We have 1 through 6, traded our 7 mid last season. Okay. All right. So what should we do? Are we just knocking are we locking in Ward for this number 1? Anybody else? I mean, like I said, I really think that Carter ends up being the guy. But it's just the consensus. You know, just everything seems like it's going Ward. So we locking in Ward for this first round pick. Just give me a couple yeses or nos in the chat. We'll lock in Ward. And TJ said, I'm with you on Carter. See? Let's see. Can we get more Carter people? But I mean, I just Carter would be more fun. I think it's Ward in real life, but Carter would be more fun for the mock for sure. And if we end up being right. Let's see. Anybody else? Throw it in there. But it's only me and TJ. All right. Here we go. All right. We're going to do Carter since it's only me and TJ. Okay. Now, pretty much everything that I've seen recently, let's just say over the last week, has been Travis Hunter going to the Browns. Oh, shit. Zach said he was good for Carter at number 1. You know what? Can I even go back? I don't know if it'll let me go back. Wait, we can restart. All right, you know what? I think just because it's going to make it more fun, I think we're going to go Carter round 1. I mean, if we have as many Carters as we do, okay, hey, Big Ten's made it. Let's go. All right, you know, I think we're going to go Carter for the first pick. I never vote on other teams' picks either. I don't know the team well enough, or I don't like the team enough to draft the long snapper. All right, yeah, there we go. Giants said, let's have some fun. Because this could happen. I mean, shit, he's been projected as a top 3 guy forever. Like, everybody else has kind of, like, been moving in and out of the top 3, depending on, like, the hype or whatever. But Carter's always been there. So let's go Carter first round. Fuck it. And I know teams lie will be the reason the Titans lie about taking Ward. To potentially try to get a trade? Because what if they could trade? Yeah, I guess I don't know. Because, yeah, someone would want to pick Ward, and if they're not picking him, but, yeah, who the hell knows? But I think it is to get I think it is to get a potential trade. That's what I feel. I feel it's to get a potential trade. Marco said, don't draft Frank Gore again. If his son was a rookie, I'd draft him 3 times. Scotty Boy, what up? On New York radio station, they're saying the rumors, the Cleveland Giants trade. Giants would take Ward, and Cleveland takes Hunter at 3 and gains a 2nd-round pick. Yeah, could totally be it. Ghost Monkey, what up, what up? Yeah, and I knew I had logic behind it. Yeah, we got it. Because why? I mean, because if he's the unanimous, like, number 1, and you say you're not going to take him, then it just seems like you are going to take. I don't know. Like, it is lying season right now. And Tennessee needs so many pieces, they might as well trade back. Peyton did it last year to deflect off of Knicks. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, if Ward doesn't go number 1, where's Jamie at? Jamie, you still in here? If Ward doesn't go number 1, like we have on like we have in this mock draft, would he just be a lock at number 2 for the Browns? Or do they try to go skill position with Travis Hunter? I know Will Campbell, the dude from LSU, we know that he's going to be highly sought after. Does the Browns go after something like that? Right? Like, I mean, their line is decent in some spots, but I guess I'm not sure about their tackle situation. Big Ten said the Browns would take Ward in that scenario. I feel so. I mean, unless they really, really want Travis Hunter. Because, I mean, even on this, I know it's kind of small, but like even on this, it said Cleveland's top team needs is a cornerback. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I know they got Denzel Ward like over there. Browns got too much money and Watson need to write out the contract. Yeah, and seeing like, because nobody's going to want Watson for his contract. And, I mean, shit, he's going to be injured like the whole year. Well, I mean, we don't know if it's going to be the whole year, but we're assuming pretty much the whole year with that Achilles injury late last year. Right? And see, like, that's what just makes me feel like, where the hell's Jamie? Come on, Jamie, you're a resident Browns fan. Where'd you go? He said that they would totally whiff and miss on their pick just forgetting that they had a 1st-round pick. But what do we think? I mean, I guess I'm not sold on Ward or Shedeur being franchise quarterbacks. Like, I'm not sold on that idea. Not saying that Ward won't get picked in the top couple, but yeah, I really don't feel like they're franchise guys. The Clown's number 1 is to not be the circus, right? Right? See, like, is there anybody out there who like differs with me on that? Like, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying they're not going to get drafted in the 1st. I bet Shedeur drops to like Aaron Rodgers, range or whatever, like Tim Tebow range where he starts going in like the 20s. Like if he goes in the 1st round, because I really feel like, what if this is a Malik Willis situation? I mean, shit, Mel Kiper and Todd McShay both said that Malik Willis was going to go 106 to the Titans in 2022. He went in the middle of the 3rd round. I think still to the Titans. Ditto. I think the QBs are going to fall. Yeah. So what do we think for this number 2? Because I'm with the Cleveland trading down. Like I really think that a couple of these top teams do end up trading down, because if someone is really hurting for a QB that bad and they want to jump up and pay a couple 1st-rounders to get that spot, and then they really just drop a handful of spots, but still stay in the top 10. I mean, come on, man. Shit, think Dart goes before Standers. Interesting. I know right now in the pendulum swing, it was like you know, everything is swinging Shedeur, and then now it's like all the way back to Dart, and like all we're hearing is how Shedeur is going to keep falling. And Zach said Travis Hunter to the Cleveland Browns. I'm totally with that. What does everyone else think? Everyone good with the Travis Hunter? Because I really think it's going to be Travis Hunter or Will Campbell in those spots. I don't think it's going to be Shedeur. Mel Kiper can't predict noon at 11:59. Hold on, where is it?
Oh, wow. You got to be shitting me.
With the QB class next year, there's no way I'd want a QB this year. So I guess I hear mixed feelings on the QB class next year. Is it supposed to? I mean, this year's QB class sucks. Like, I mean, especially if we're comparing it to any of the last, like, what, 4 or 5 like QB years, like 2020 and like 2020 through 2024 is like this QB class is like nowhere close to any of those classes. But are people really saying that next year's class is like great, or is it just great compared to this year's class because this year's class is so bad? I'm not buying the shade smoke around Sanders. You don't think so? Why not? Why not? I totally believe that. I mean, shit, I've been one of the ones throwing shade and smoke like at him. So I totally believe this. All right, we need more. Come on, guys, throw it in. We need more. Who is going to be the Browns pick? So as of right now, I'll lean the Travis Hunter side. Rumors are about Sanders going to the Steelers. When did what pick did the Steelers have? Seems like it's too far down. Did they finish that good last year? I got 21. Interesting. They got 21. People only think next year is great because of Manning. Oh, well, I mean, that's something. That's something. I mean, it's another name, right? And I mean, he actually plays in the SEC. So, like, we'll see what he does this year. But, like, that's the big difference on why I'm not really sold on Warren Shedeur. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that you have to play in the SEC to get, like, respect. But if you play in the ACC and the Big 12, I mean, it's kind of whatever. All right, Marco says Hunter to the Browns. So we got a couple of us agreeing on that. So now, I really think that the Giants trade down. But where do the Giants go with this pick? I mean, they really need a QB. But, like, they kind of don't. Like, in the first round, now that they got Wilson and Winston, is like they could wait till the second round. And then, because I don't know, what if Dart does go at the beginning of the second round? Like, he's been projected as a second rounder like this whole time. So, I mean, it's only kind of as of recent where, like, oh shit, maybe he jumps into the back end of the first, which he could. Big Ten said this is how it plays out. There's no way they don't take Ward. I mean, see, but, like, I guess it's a yes and no. Because, I mean, they have their bridge. So it's really, do they really believe in Cam Ward? Like, that's what it comes down to. Like, I just really think that a lot of these top end teams, it's going to be someone who trades up. Like, that's who's going to pick them, I feel. I don't think it's going to be anybody with these picks. Clown should draft Ethan Robertson in round 1, the 700 consensus on the big board. Nice. But what do you guys think? I'll just go with the consensus. Whatever name we think. I mean, we know they need defense, but, like, that Mason Graham, I don't know if he's an edge rusher or a DT, but, like, I know this dude Jalen Walker, the edge from Georgia. I mean, I don't think he's going to be picked in the top 3, but yeah, they really do need D line. Like, that's like what I know. I mean, they sewed up their secondary a tiny bit. They got a Debo over there, and then they got didn't Holland go to the Giants also, if I'm not mistaken? So they helped their secondary a little bit, and they still got Okereke, they still got McFadden, so they still have, you know, some decent linebackers in the middle. But yeah, for sure, edge rushers. Okay, Graham's a DT. Yeah, so they wouldn't pick him because they got Dexter Lawrence over there, and they're already paying him a guap. So I doubt they would take a DT right there. And Johnny said, can't see Cam Ward dropping out of the top 3. Well, see, like what I'm saying is I think that someone jumps up to either the Brown spot or the Giant spot to take him. So that's how I feel like it's going to happen. And if everyone says Ward, like right now, we'll go ahead and pick him. I just feel like he's not going to go to one of those top 3 teams. I feel like it's going to be a trade of where he goes. And I bet it's not someone who's like a horrible ass team. Like it's probably Jai said, fuck it, let's do a trade. Hey, what up, Crispy? Gianti to the Giants at number 3 would be wild. It would be. And we I feel like it would be stupid for them to do that though. Like if you pick Saquon and he lives up to all the hype of like a number 2 pick, which I feel like he did. I feel like he did. And then you still don't re-sign him. Like, why would they go out and get a guy like Gianti? And I don't even know how to do trades like on here. I'm not even sure how to do that. Ward's going number 1, though. I mean, he could. I really feel like Tennessee's lying. Rams could be good for Sanders. Maybe. I mean, being in LA, would that be good for him, though? Campbell would make sense to protect old ass Wilson. Yeah. And I mean, he's definitely the unanimous, like, best lineman, a best offensive lineman in this draft. And, you know, like Wilson, he's probably a 1-year guy for them. Same with like Jameis Winston. This is like their 1-year guy. And I could see that if they don't trade out of that pick, I could see them taking the offensive lineman. Rams apparently like Milroe a lot. Okay. And you don't got to get Milroe in like the first round. Like that's another reason too, is like all these quarterbacks seem like they're going to be a little bit of a project. Milton attending the draft for some reason. Milroe. Well, the thing is like, fuck, if you're drafted in the top 2 rounds, like, you know, like, yeah, you might not get drafted in day 1, but come on, man, this is still a cool ass experience. And like, nobody thinks Milroe's going in. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know, but I don't think Milroe's going in the first round. All right, and shout out to Tim on Patreon leaving some comments. What'd Tim say? He said, if I'm the GM, I'd take Carter, safer pick, more upside. I mean, see, we were talking, I think he was talking about the first pick. Carter to the Giants. Well, we already have Carter off the board. We had Carter going number 1 here. In real life, probably. Because in real life, Ward's probably going number 1. It might not be to Tennessee. It could be a trade, but that's probably what's going to happen, especially because what's his name's been kind of what's his name? Thibodeau wasn't really because Thibodeau wasn't really, he's not living up to what they thought. I don't think in the number 1 overall it'd be sensible to lie. I mean, never seen it in the past. It's almost a draft courtesy or an unwritten rule past that number 1 overall. Yeah, but if you were going to try to trade that pick, wouldn't you lie? Because I feel like they're going to try to trade it. I really do. I really feel like we see a trade for that 101. And shit, we might hear about it like today. Because like something that big, it's probably not going to happen like as the 10 minutes is like going off. Gianti, I think, goes to the Raiders. Yeah, I hope he doesn't though. Hey, Toker One, what up? I'm hoping the Saints play it smart. Yeah, definitely. And so by playing it smart, Toker One, do you think it's smart for them to take a QB in the first round? I know you've been talking about them taking a QB, or do you think it's better for them to take some other position in the first round than try to get a QB in the second or third round? I think you got to get off Ward off the board, or it will skew the rest of the draft too much. It probably will. But if this happens in the draft where he's not taken in like the top 2 or 3, we're just going to know that we're just some of the smarter ones out there. But so what? Do we just throw him to the Giants just to get him off the board because he's probably going top 3? Crispy said, I'm trading Tony for the 101.
Man, fuck Tony.
Trade calculator says it's fair. How about Stewart then? Which Stewart? What's Stewart? Q-Raider, what up, bro? We're almost there. We're to pick 3 and hang out here and get your opinions in because it's pretty much everyone giving their opinions on who they think is gonna go here, and that's who we're picking. So just make sure you hang. TJ, honestly, I think Ward falls to the bottom of the top 10 because no one wants to pay him top pick money. I mean, why would you? Because like the lower you get him, I mean, the less you have to pay him, right? And it's just the way it works now. I think the first trade is at the 5, someone jumping up to beat the Raiders to Gianti. You don't jump up to get you don't jump up to get a running back. Like you really don't. Like the only reason someone's gonna jump up like this and pay like 2 or 3 first rounds is if they're going after a quarterback. Like we've never really seen it any other way besides that, because that's really the only position that people are willing to get rid of the future for. Like Trey Lance. Marco said Gianti goes to the Bears. Ward to New Orleans makes sense. Where New Orleans have 9. See, that'd be super interesting if he dropped to number 9. Still in the top 10, still getting top 10 money. And Q Raiders have not Giante Shador is perfect second option. You think so? You think so? I mean, with Geno over there now, not saying Geno's like the future, but Geno's easily got a couple years in him, at least 2. I was hoping they trade it to the Saints and then they take Ward, but if they can get him, I'm waiting. I'm wanting a Tet, okay. Or with the holes in New England, trades back's possibility too. Yeah, I mean, before we started going through this, I kind of read through the rumor mill and all the teams that are potentially jumping up or jumping back. Yeah, too many RBs to trade up for one. No one's trading up for Gianti. That's just not going to happen. Sounds good, bro. Marco said 1969. Hold on.
69, dudes.
Was last what? With no first round trades. If I didn't miss anything, dude, no way. No way. 1969. Well, see, that's also post-draft, though. Because I think that we have some first-round trades here. We just haven't had any yet. At least 2 in that year. Or 2 Shooter Sanders can learn behind him playing Chip Kelly system. Yeah, but they'd be paying him a shitload of money. I know it's not that much in the grand scheme of like NFL contracts. All right, but we got to get the Giants done here. What do we think for the Giants? Are we throwing Ward in there? Because we're not going to do trades. So for me, it's either, it's probably Ward or Campbell. That's what I'm thinking with this. Either Ward or Campbell. What say you guys? Oh shit, TJ says Campbell. Let's go. Come on, let's get some opinions in the chat here. And Joe said Ward's going number 1. Well, this is a mock draft, okay? So if you think he's going number 1, so should we take him right now? Because we got Carter at number 1, we got Hunter at number 2. Strange to you, my old ass wasn't born yet the last time the first round was tradeless, right? All right, who we going with? Because the only one, Marco said, or how about a kicker? You know, they would be doing something like that. All right, so we got 1 for Ward and we got 1 for Campbell. And you know what I'm thinking? Because I said that this was worse than every draft class, like 2020 through 2024. Might not be worse than 2022. Might not be worse than 2022. If you throw rookie QBs in the fire and they end up like Caleb and Lawrence, Giants take Gianti. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, especially guys like this, if they're not sold on them being franchise guys, like, why would you take them in the top 10? With no trades, New York takes Ward, New England goes Campbell. All right, well, we got a couple for Ward. Well, we're already past pick 1. So this is our mock draft, and we're just going along with what we have. We have more people say Carter at number 1, and it was also just it's more fun for the draft. And then we said we've got Travis Hunter at number 2. Why would Ward go to the Giants when they already have Wilson and Winston? See, and that's why I don't think that Ward would go there. I think that there would be a trade, if anything. But that's why, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's just have fun with this. Like, I don't think the Giants would take Ward. TJ said that's why I say Campbell. Like, me too. Me too. So, I mean, we're pretty even right now on Ward and Campbell. We need a couple people to break the tie here. Who's going to break the tie? Who's going to break the tie? Yeah, Wilson's a 1-year Band-Aid. Yeah, for sure. But if you pick someone like this high, they're going to be in contention of starting. Like, why would you pick someone this high to make him the third on your depth chart going into the season? Zach says, I say Campbell. What up, Tim? Tim says Ward. Curator says Campbell. We got more on the Campbell side than on the Ward side. Let's see if we can get anyone else saying Ward here. And remember, this is just a mock draft. This is just a mock draft. And we're going to see how good or bad we did. But if Ward doesn't go number 1, I feel like we're super smart because everyone else is saying that Ward's going to go number 1. And I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's a franchise guy. All right, come on. I know we got a couple people in here who haven't put their comments in. So throw it in. Ward or Campbell? Yeah, and I mean, yeah, we're just trying to have fun with it for sure. And like, I don't think that the Giants are taking a QB, like no matter what. Like, I mean, initially we had that the Shador, kind of news there. Crispy said, what the fuck is a Campbell? So Campbell is the best offensive lineman in the draft this year, the tackle from LSU. So yeah, offensive tackle. But come on, Crispy. Get your pick in. I know we got a couple others. Come on, get your picks in, guys. Right now, Campbell's probably got like an extra pick or an extra vote for him. So let's see. Is someone going to make Campbell win here, or is someone going to bring it to like a Ward tie? And then we need one more to to break the tie. Come on. Throw it in, guys. Throw it in. If we don't get anything here in the next Crispy said O-line for sure. All right, we're locking in Campbell. There we go. Okay. New England. So I also think that New England is going to trade down. I really feel like the 1, 2, 3, 4. Very huge possibility that those teams trade down. If the Patriots don't trade, I bet you they go with Mason Graham, and because they always have stud DTs, and who do they have right now as their defensive tackle? Yeah, I don't even know who the fuck this is. Cause something Tonga. 7th round pick in 2021. Yeah, New England takes Grammer trades. Yeah, see, I feel like they would go for that DT. Because I mean, with them having Drake May, they have no reason to. If the Pats don't trade, Huss won't smoke for a week. I don't know about that. All right, there we go. I mean, that's like 3 of us already saying Graham. So anybody else think that anything different besides Graham happens? This is all if there's no trades, okay? Because there's a million things that could happen when we start sprinkling in the trades. But if there's no trade. TJ says Graham. All right, I think we're locking in Graham here. All right, another interesting one. If it's Jacksonville, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Everybody on the Graham. And or how about you do a double the bowl challenge instead? Oh, see, that's interesting. See, there we go. See, that's something I'll be down for. Yeah, we smoke more. That's something different. Ain't nobody risking that bet. Yeah. Jacksonville takes Ward, trades Lawrence to the Steelers. Man, well, we're not going to put any trades in here in this. But what if they went with Gianti? Because I've been hearing all these rumors that they're trying to trade ETN right now. And I know that everybody's thinking Las Vegas, taking him at number 6. But yeah, I feel like my vote here is for Gianti. Yeah, Tim said Gianti to the Jags. Yeah, all right. So we got a couple for Gianti so far. And I feel like whether ETN's been there long enough. Like I really feel like they potentially move him. But the way that they had Bigsby or whatever, just getting in the mix, I really feel like it is not too far-fetched that they go running back. Jax Walker Banks. Who? Oh, okay. Jalen Walker. Yeah, that'd be huge for them. Calvin Banks. Yeah, we know that they got issues with the O-line a little bit too. And paying Trevor all that money, it's like, shouldn't they go after some kind of offensive lineman? But what about this guy? I mean, why are we skipping the dude from Missouri though? Gianti. But you start with one bowl a day and double the next day off. Yeah, I can see the Jags taking Gianti. Well, we got a bunch for Gianti so far. Hunter here for Jacksonville. Who's Travis Hunter? I mean, maybe. Tim said Liam Cohen ran the Bucs O-line a few years back. Okay. Campbell. Yeah, I think we're going Gianti. I mean, we had as many maybe Membo to protect Lawrence, help their run game. Yeah, see that is another thing. I feel like because they do need D-line though. We know that. Could they jump up for Jalen Walker? Because I mean, really, they only have Trey Walker, or at least that's the only no, because I guess they have Josh Hines Allen, but yeah. See, I don't think if they went D-line, it would be D tackle. I don't think they'd be going edge. So anybody else think that they're going to go offensive line? If not, we're going Gianti with this pick. And we've had a bunch of people say Gianti. So I think that's where we're going. Okay. Now it gets real interesting because the Raiders, they got a bunch of holes. And it does make sense. Like someone said, maybe someone jumps up. I mean, it really depends on what they have to give up to jump up. Because, I don't know. I feel like it would be, maybe Chicago, but how much would they have to give up to jump up those 5 spots? And Q Raiders said if the board ends up like this, Raiders scraping and scrambling to draft Ward them. Probably. I know they have Geno, but if Ward, who's like, seems like he's the unanimous like number one, I mean, to be able to get him at number 6, that probably would be it. But Raiders do need offensive linemen, though, very, very badly. Very, very badly. So, I mean, no matter who we picked, I feel like if Gianti's gone, because I know that there's the most speculation, like there is Gianti to the Raiders, because like fuck, like Zamir White and Raheem Mostert, like those are their running backs as of right now. But so what do you guys think? I mean, I think it would be Ward or what is it, Membo? I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, but the tackle from Missouri. What do you guys think? Throw it in, throw it in. Oh, look at Tim. He said Membo to the Raiders. I mean, that would not be far-fetched at all, especially if they don't believe in Ward or Shadur. And I wouldn't want to see like a Nick Chubb, go there or anything, but guys like Nick Chubb are still available. Hey, Johnny made it back. So our mock right now is Carter, Hunter, Campbell, Graham, and Gianti going to the Jags. So we're at the Raiders right now. And I think given in this situation, it would be Ward or Membo. And we already got votes for Membo right now. If Gianti's gone, they would default to a draft strategy, best player available, which could be O-line. Spike said he wants to build from the trenches on both sides of the ball. Yeah, and I mean, why? Everybody needs to do that. The Raiders O-line is not really that good. I mean, I don't know if it's like one of the worst in the NFL, but they're definitely just middle of the road. Tet McMillan, Raiders, because the Raiders do Raider things. Totally. But wait, was Tet? He wasn't like a 4-3 guy, though, was he? It's like if the Raiders jump up, it's like for a 4-3 like type of guy. Let me see. What did Tet end up running? What did Tet end up running? Yeah, 4.55. 55! I don't think they jump up. Like, if anything, they jump up for Golden. Because he ran like what? Like a 4.29 or something. So, like, if anything, I say the Raiders would do something dumb and jump up for Golden. 4.46. What am I looking at? Let me see. Hold on. Huh? On this that I'm looking at, I see it says 4.55. Interesting. Yeah, it says 4.55. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if he would go to the Raiders because that. Like I said, if it was anybody, I feel like it would be Golden. And look, I mean, even the year that they took Henry Ruggs, I don't think Henry Ruggs was like being looked at as like the number one like guy, right? What up, Jerry? Jerry said Membo. There's a couple for Membo. Yeah, I'm with you, stranger. Let's get a fresh little Bolski going. I'm with you.
All right. Fire them up.
So what do we think? I mean, I feel like we have a bunch for Membo. Yeah, there's another one for Membo right there. And we're just going to lock him in. Okay. Now the Jets at number 7. Now, see, like with them only having Fields, I would say Ward, like right here. I mean, they've missed on QBs in the past, but they've had to like take those guys a little bit higher. And like, it's that, or I mean, their offensive line's horrible. Like, I don't know if they have like the worst, but I feel like it's even worse than the Raiders as far as like offensive line. But who's like the next linemen who are like even available here? Yeah, got Banks from Texas. I know they got Fields, but it's not like they got him on like some franchise, like kind of, on any kind of like franchise deal. Like if they got Ward could legit compete with Fields in the first year. Oh shit! People think you guys think that he might go Ward here, Tyler Warren. I mean, that's a couple. That's a couple picks for Warren right there. So let's do just one name. How about that? Just do one name. But no, I like it though. Yeah, if Ward was available somehow, I don't think that they would go tight end. I don't. I'm not. I mean, Warren is probably going somewhere in this kind of like range, but I also don't think it's going to be to the Jets. But if we got more picks for Warren, because look at that, 2 years, 40 mil. I mean, yeah. See, just even being the 2 years, that means that they could. That means that they could get out of it after the 1 year. I mean, Jets have a lot of problems. Like quarterback's not fixing it. Okay, so we got 2 for Warren, 2 for Fields. Okay, throw it in there, guys. Throw it in what we think. But Warren and Ward are the ones leading the charge here. Oh, someone paid for their 2026. Let me go mark this down and go push that trade through. And it was in the number 69 league.
69, dudes!
All right. Okay. Here we go. Where is it? Yeah, this one's an interesting trade. Listen to this. Which side would you rather have? Side A receives Bijan, 204, 304, a 26, third rounder. And then the side B receives Derrick Henry, the 108, the 208, and the 2026 first and second. Very interesting. We got another trade. This one in the number 7. Let's see here. Kyle Pitts for the 202. Interesting. TJ said Henry in the picks, right? I mean, you're getting the extra. You're getting the first and second for next year also. 202 over Pitts easy. I feel like a lot of people would be on that side, right? Like Pitts has been nothing but a disappointment. All right. We're doing Ward. Pause. Ward going to the Jets. Okay. Now Carolina. Carolina, I feel, would be Jalen Walker. Seems like a good spot for him to go to, like right at the 8. I mean, he's being projected top 10. Stranger said, I don't want Henry regardless. That over 30 cliff is coming at some point. Yeah, I mean, they said the same thing about Frank Gore. They said the same thing about Tom Brady. Like Henry's just a freak. He is a physical freak. So what do you guys think here? My pick would be for Walker. Carolina, it has them needing like edge, as like the top need here. But I just think of like how many things, I think of how many like issues they have, and like getting an edge rusher would sew up some of those issues. Yeah, Father Time's undefeated, but he's not always on time either. Not always on time. Henry's a freak on the Brady diet plan, right? All right, we got a bunch of Walkers in a row here. Let's see if anybody thinks anything different. If not, we'll lock in Walker at number 8 to the Panthers. Woo! All right. Locking in Walker. Now, 50-50 on Walker and Tet, so no argument there. Yeah, I mean, because they have kind of missed on who are the last two that they got. I mean, you know, I don't know how they feel about Xavier Leggett, but he's whatever. And then who was it? Damn, Milk. No. Yeah, didn't they already get rid of whoever they drafted at the same time as Bryce? Like he already got traded. It's playing odds over 30s, like Russian roulette with more than one round. Well, yeah, but in that trade specifically, I mean, they got higher picks this year of what they traded away, and they got more picks next year. Giving you a short QB, a very large wide receiver. Seems like Panthers logic. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So what about New Orleans here? I know that that Toker One's been saying QB for them the entire time. And that there's all kind of news. But do they go? Do they go him in the first round for this? For the mock argument, I'd say I'd be okay with them taking Shedeur here, but I also said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. I think he goes outside the top 20. Sanders or Dart to New Orleans. TJ says Sanders. Where's Toker One where you need him? Come on. We need our resident Saints fan in here. Carr's Dunzo. Rattler did not impress. Right. Rattler did not impress. Carr supposedly leaked his own injury, so the Saints would draft a QB and let him go. He doesn't like it there. Yeah, I mean, it's... If I am an NFL player and I feel like I'm in a place where I'm not wanted, I wouldn't want to be there. I really wouldn't. Another one for Sanders. I think we're going that. All right, we're going Sanders. I don't think that he goes that high, but we shall see. We shall see. Okay. Now we got Chicago on the board. I feel like they go Banks, right? Like they need offensive line very, very badly. And like, I don't know. I mean, I guess they don't have fucking Keenan Allen anymore. I mean, it would be a what's it called? A Bears thing to do to go out and get it another wide receiver and get Tet. But I think that they go O-line here. And then also I heard it has the same injury as Andrew Luck and Rivers have that ended their career. Damn. That'd be no bueno. I got too much Carr on my bench in some of these dynasties. Q Raider says Banks. Yeah. See what everybody else thinks. Throw in who you guys think goes here. Zach says Banks also. So it'd be the smart thing for them to do. That's for sure. Oh, shit. Johnny said Bears go Amari Hampton. Ben Johnson gets his RBs like he did with Detroit. Yeah. Be a shitty line to run behind, though. So we got 2 for Banks. We got 1 for Hampton. I wonder where they have Hampton on this, like this big board here. 22. They have him on this big board. Yeah, Q Raider said Hampton to the Bears is the rumor of the grapevine for sure, because they're not going to get Gianti, and like they only got Swift right now. So I'm with them getting a running back, but like it would just be smart for them to get a running back in the second round. It would just be way smarter for them to do that. Oh shit, been hearing Warren to the Bears even with Komet. Man, I know. I mean, the Bears for the longest time, like they would roster the most tight ends like out of everybody. I mean, we're a few years removed from me making the comment about them having like legit. I swear they were rostering like 13 tight ends or some shit. Like at one point, it was something crazy and just crazy ridiculous like that. And I'm sure I'm exaggerating by a few, but it was somewhere like that. All right, Marty's back. Hey, bro. So we're up to pick 10 with the Bears right now. We got a couple votes for Banks. We got a vote for Hampton. And Tim, I don't know if is that your vote? Are you voting on Warren for that? Because we know he's projected in the top 10. And see, and it could be something like someone trading up with the Bears or New Orleans, depending on how the draft is shaping out. Yeah, Marty. So in our draft, here's everything for everyone who might have been, because I see a couple people came back, probably not just you. So here's our mock as it stands through 9 picks. We got Carter going number 1, Hunter, Campbell, Graham, Gianti, Membo, Ward, Walker, and Shadur Sanders at number 9. I said I feel like not O-line with how much money they have put into the O-line. How much money have they put in recently? Like I thought, I know they still have they still have some weaknesses over there on their line. Banks to solidify the line they revamped. I feel like that would be all right. So there's another. That's another one for Banks. Yes, on Warren. Wait till the second for an RB. I feel like that'd be the smart thing for them to do with this RB class being so deep. They've created a huge contract and Jonah Jackson. But what position do those guys play, though? Isn't one a guard and one a tackle? Let's see. Yeah, see, Jonah Jackson's a right tackle. I'm pretty sure that Banks is a left tackle, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Banks is a left tackle. And who was the other dude that you said? And Thunny. Oh, both guards. Oh, yeah, you know what? It says RG. And I still said tackle. Okay. So they sewed up the guard. So see, like, wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't that make sense for them to go out? And they're both guards. I mean, shit, I could go check. I mean, but you know, that's still only 2 spots, and you'd be able to get a fucking get a left tackle that, I mean, he's not like the top left tackle, but I mean, he's one of the top ones, and like he's a fringe top 10 guy. Bears left tackle is Suss and Banks is left tackle. Okay, yeah, see, I was pretty sure that Banks was a left tackle. Thank you for clarifying, TJ. Go Banks. 49ers get Warren and let Kittle go. I don't think they'd do that, but hey, whatever people say. All right, well, we're going Banks. We've had too many votes for Banks at this spot. So now San Fran is on the board here. And I mean, San Francisco needs O-line, right? But who would be the next best O-lineman? Let me see. Yeah, see, shit, they'd have to jump way down and get the dude from Ohio State. Yeah, and they don't need inside O-line. Even then, but look at that. It's like after Banks goes, like there's a huge drop-off in tackles. But they probably need a tackle. They need this Caleb show to perform. Yeah, and he was the most sacked quarterback last year, right? So they need him to be able to stand up more than 2 seconds. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They gave Dalman, Thunny, Jackson, not sold on Braxton Jones as left tackle. Could see O-line too. Okay, so Dalman also. Okay. What's Dalman play? Is he the Dalman's the center. Okay. So pretty much they sewed up that interior, the center and both guards. That's what they sewed up. So they do need tackles. Hey, what up, Buck? What's going down, bro? Shout out to the islands. And hey, you came on right for San Francisco's pick. Give your thoughts, Derek Harmon or Nolan. Okay, so Nolan's the D line. And Harmon. Both D lines. So you think they're going D line, right? Huh, interesting. Johnny said Niners lost their various Ward. I could see them going cornerback here. Yeah, and I mean taking the best cornerback in the draft, right? Because we haven't had ones go. I mean, who would it be? Will Johnson. I mean, the dude from Michigan, Jahdae Barron. Yeah, see, it's crazy because this year's like cornerback class isn't like super like high either. All right, so let's see who we got. Strange said Banks is left. He's on the Bengals list of possibilities as guard today. Tackle when Orlando's done. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, if he drops that far, right? Like that'd be the thing. Because where did the Bengals pick? 17. Yeah, who knows if he drops that far. All right, so TJ says McMillan, Warren, or Kittle. So just put in a single name if you haven't yet. And we'll go with the first one for Buck. So we'll say Harmon, Will Johnson to the 49ers. So there's the QB right after, or cornerback right after Johnny mentioned that. Stranger said Harmon. Okay. Stewart here. They rotate DLs. Will Johnson for me. So let me see. So that's 2 for Will Johnson. And then we got 2 for Harmon and then 1 for Stewart. Yeah. Crispy said, do girls from across the pond think that every guy from Texas is a real cowboy asking for a friend that's on OnlyFans? That's funny. All right. Marty said, Will Johnson, tough as nails, tougher than a $2 steak. I mean, that's one of the positions that is the weakest, I feel, for San Francisco is their cornerback. I mean, and unless we're talking about the line, but if the line goes like it did here, they ain't getting one of those top guys. So I think I'd put my vote in for Will Johnson on this as well. That would be crazy if they did draft Warren and then they traded Kittle. I don't even know how that would work out because like Kittle, he's still one of the higher paid like tight ends, and like, are they gonna want to trade him to like a fucking someone who's a contender and like super needs a tight end, and then it like pushes them like over the edge? Let's see if there's any let's see if there's any other votes, but as of right now, Will Johnson is gonna take it unless we get any other votes here. We'll give it a second. I'll hit this bowl. TJ said Johnson. There's another one. Okay. We're going Will Johnson at number 11. Oh, Cowboys. Cowboy fans, where you at? They got to sign Purdy. Maybe they let him go to the Titans. Well, yeah. I mean, they do have Mac Jones now, right? Like, what if they did that? Traded Purdy to the Titans, and then they go with Mac Jones? Who? Mac Jones. Okay. If Tet's available at 12, Cowboys are going Tet, right? Time for Crispy to weigh in. I don't know where Scotty Boy is. Scotty Boy should be weighing in. Where are the Cowboy fans at? Weigh in on your guys' potential picks. I think that it would be Tet. Give Dak some more pieces. I know they need edge rush also. I don't think they go Warren because I mean they have Ferguson, right? Like I don't know, like they don't seem like the team that's going to be running 2 tight ends that often. Shit, no, they let Kittle walk the same way they let Delaney Walker walk. Yeah, I mean he's still under contract though. Like that's the thing. He's still under contract. So Johnny said no way they pass up Tet at 12. Zach said they either go Tet or Hampton. Tim said Tet. Johnny agrees with Dak. Marty said, where them boys? I know. Where they at? Where you guys at? All of a sudden. Tet, because Jerry's Jerry. Yeah. I think we had too many votes for Tet. That doesn't matter what the Cowboy fans say. You're getting Tet. And if they got Tet, they'd love it too. They would. Okay. Miami at number 13. This would be very, very interesting. I mean, they lost a couple pieces in their secondary. I feel like being able to get the second cornerback here, because I don't know, what would they, it would either be them going corner or one of those edge rushers, I feel. And either, I mean, Williams or Green, and I feel like it'd probably be Williams, go with the Georgia boy. But I feel like they go cornerback with this. I mean, what's his name? Ramsey's getting a little up there. And really a lot of it, Miami does need an edge, but they need an edge because their guys keep getting hurt. Because they still got Jalen Phillips. They still got what the fuck is his name? Bradley Chubb over there. But yeah, those motherfuckers keep getting hurt though. But same wavelength. I think it's the cornerback or the edge rusher. I think they go defense 1,000,000%. Barron, because they've been shopping Ramsey. They're trying to trade or release Ramsey. Yeah, I mean, he's getting up there. He's a little long in the tooth now. Johnny said Barron or Williams. I mean, shit, it already seems like we got a few for Barron. Q Raider said Tyler Warren. I don't know if they do that because they got Jonnu. And Jonnu is old, but
Simmons is old.
Jonnu is old, but he's also produced like just insane, just insanely producing for them. So what do we think? I think as of right now, it's going to be Barron because I had it same way that Johnny had it, Barron or the edge rusher. And yeah, I think the cornerback. I'm pretty sure they lost a cornerback also. And then I know they lost Javon Holland. It's just their pieces on the line can't stay healthy. That's their biggest thing. As Zach said, Barron. All right, we're going Barron. Tim says Barron. Yep. All right, we're going Barron for Miami. Indy. Now, Indy needs a tight end like nobody's business, right? You only got Mo Ali Smallcocks over there, and I don't even know who the fuck else. But I think Tyler Warren is a smash, unless anyone thinks that Loveland would go higher than Tyler Warren. But I think if Indy, if Tyler Warren is here when Indy picks, I feel like that's a smash. It's good for both. I think Warren to the Colts next. Q Raider said when they lose, he'll be leaving 100+ targets. Yeah, I just don't think they're losing them. Warren. Colts take Warren in 0.2 seconds, right? Yeah, so let's lock in Warren for them. Atlanta. Now, this would be interesting, but I think it would also be easy because D-line was their fucking weakness last year. Like, I feel like they had the least amount of like defensive line sacks last year. I feel like it's not even a question. They have to go D-line with that. Curator said Ward finally. Yes, sir. What up, Phil? We made it all the way to Atlanta in our mock draft. We were at pick 15. And I just feel like the Georgia boy is going higher than Mike Green at Marshall. But Tim says Mike Green. There we go. So I mean, I said Williams. Tim said Mike Green, so we got 1 and 1 here. Throw in the names of what you guys think. Give him Michael Williams because Green has some legal shade. Ooh, okay. What kind of legal shade does he have? Yeah, let me know. All right. Sour D, spark it up. All right, guys, throw it in there. Throw it in there. What do you guys think? But yeah, that was a huge weakness for Atlanta last year was the defensive lines and their sacks. Williams, Georgia defense is standard these days. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, SA allegations against Green. Okay. And Zach said, Mike. Don't worry. I'm sure he'll be going in the first round here. But all right, we've had too many for Williams. Okay. Arizona. Another edge rusher right here. Like, dude, they need edge rush so bad. They were also, I feel like they were bottom 5 in defensive line sacks last year. I have it up on one of my charts, like somewhere. But yeah, they were also in the very, very bottom of defensive lineman sacks. In today's world, that's tough to overcome when there's similar options. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Michael. Okay, Michael. There we go. All right. And Shane said Green is the 2 sexual assault allegations, but no charges. Yeah, and seeing like that's also a thing too. Damn, one high school and one college. Yeah. See, I mean, that's just a reason why he would drop, for sure, especially when you got guys like Stewart who are like right in this mix as well. We got any other edge rushers close? I think Harmon's a DT, right? Okay. So what do we think? I mean, I'm gonna lean off of Green. We're gonna lean off the Green, and I'll say Stewart for this pick to Arizona. What do you guys think? I might even go Stewart over Green for AZ. Yeah, didn't realize the red flags on Green. Yeah, I mean, if he's dealing with that, like, I mean, not saying he wouldn't go in the first round because of his skill, but yeah, he might drop a couple spots. He might go at the end of the first round instead of the middle of the first round. All right, well, that's 4 of us going Stewart. Stewart seems logical, yeah. So we'll go Stewart here to Arizona. All right, here we go, stranger. You are on the clock. And where would you go, stranger? With I mean, everybody put in your thoughts, but I want to hear stranger's thoughts on this. If the board played out the way that it did right now, where do you think they'd go? I mean, I think with losing Sam Hubbard and like Hendrickson, the issues there, I feel like they would go edge rusher here. And I don't know if it would be Mike Green. I mean, who would the next? Because I feel like if it says DL, they're interior defensive linemen. Nolan at 17, but in real life, trade back and still get Nolan. So where? And what is Nolan? Every time I see DL, I just assume that it's a defensive tackle, because they have the edge rushers listed as edge. So is he a defensive tackle? Green to Cincy, they don't care about legal red flags there. But yeah, tell me, stranger, give me the insight on Nolan. TJ says Campbell. Let's see. I'm going linebacker, huh? Okay. I mean, I know Jermaine Pratt wanted out, and Logan Wilson. I mean, he was kind of he was banged up last year, right? Okay. Nolan is a DT. So yeah, pretty much every time we see DL, that just means it's an interior defensive lineman, and they have the edge rushers listed as edge. Tim says Campbell as well. Okay. Giants. Okay, yeah, that was Marvin Lewis. Yeah, not this new regime, right? Huh. So we got 2 votes for Campbell, and Campbell is, I mean, shit, he looks dope, right? I mean, just everything I've seen on him, he looks dope. All right. We may, you know what? I think we're gonna give him Nolan. Like Stranger says. Stranger does think that they're going to trade back, though. Okay. Seattle. Yeah. Well, I know Stranger's very well tapped in, and he even thinks that they're going to trade back and get Nolan later, a couple picks later. But so now Seattle. And I know they need offensive line help, but like, Yeah, see, look, like Simmons, I think he's kind of him, Zabel, Booker. I mean, those are really the only guys who are probably going to get drafted somewhere in the first round, and maybe Seattle, and maybe Seattle like moves back. Yeah, what do you guys think for Seattle? I mean, it would just be like a weird spot. It'd be a weird spot for them. They probably do need some cornerback help as well, but yeah, like what I think we've already. It's like there's only a couple corners who are even like in this range anymore. Yeah. Oh shit! Zach says Golden. You know what? That would be interesting. Every wide receiver's on the board except for Tet right now, and Golden would be super interesting. I mean, they did get rid of two of their top 3 guys. Trade back is 25% due to no probable partner. Oh, for the Bengals. Okay. Okay. Well, we got 2 for Golden. And, and I would get with that. I mean, shit, this is probably the range where he goes, like somewhere in between 15 and 20. You need a speed guy to replace Lockett. MVS ain't the answer. Yeah, definitely. Him on Worry. You think they go safety, huh? They do need some help defensively. Bengals R1 is kind of hard to call this year with the new DC. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to go Golden with this. He's now the Bucks. Bucks need a linebacker, like really bad. Like, what if they get Campbell? Like, I'm going to say Campbell with this, especially Levante David getting up there. And who'd they get? Didn't they get some kind? They got some free agent, right? Johnny, didn't they get some free agent over there? But yeah, I feel like Campbell would just be a smash, like right here, especially like when you think about how they drafted Devin White top 10, like handful of years ago. What up, Roll? Chargers, 1 of 3 players from the Chargers. Fan, it's going to be Golden, Hampton, or Henderson. Well, let's see who's there. Just stick around, bro. Stick around. Oh, Reddick, and he's not even an inside linebacker. All right. Anybody else have any thoughts? The rumor mill has Kaiser White going to Tampa. Yeah. But dude, yeah, that rumor might slow if they get Campbell, right? Because, yeah, he's probably someone who's ready to go right off the bat. All right. So we got like 4 of us saying Campbell. TJ says Campbell. All right. We're locking in Campbell for the Bucks. Denver. Dude. Denver needs a running back like nobody's business, and Hampton is still on the board right now. That's who I would say would be the pick here. Would be Hampton at number 20 to the Broncos. What do you guys think? Tim says Hampton. Hampton to Denver for sure. Marty says Hampton. I think that's where we're going unless we get any kind of different answer here on the next one. Right? That would be fantastic for fantasy, dude. It would be perfect. It would be perfect. So, all right, we're going to say Hampton. Pittsburgh. Huh. I mean, I feel like Pittsburgh needs a running back as well. What other running backs like potentially could go in the first round here? It's probably just those 2. Yeah. Because I know we're going to get a few in the second. Who's the next running back on this? Henderson is the next one. They have him at 42. Marty said Sanders if he's there. Well, I mean, in this one, he's not. In this one, he's not. He went number 9 to New Orleans in our mock. Pittsburgh taking Caleb Johnson in a second. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty fitting right in the middle of the second. Because they're going to need a running back. Give the Steelers Dart, right? They might do that. They might do that. Last time they picked at 20, they picked Kenny Pickett. Or last time they picked a QB at 20, it was Kenny Pickett. But with all their weaknesses, I could see them taking Dart right there. If they don't take Dart, that means Aaron Rodgers is going there. I said, shit, I'll go Dart. What about the Scatterbo guy from Pittsburgh to Pittsburgh? Not in the first round. I mean, maybe second round. I think Scatterbo could even be a third round guy. Like, it really really depends on how the first round falls. Tim said shock Milrow to the Steelers. Okay, well, it seems like we're going QB, and we have a few darts. So I'll lean on the dart side. On the dart side. Yeah, definitely part of the dark side. Okay, now we got the Chargers. Where'd the roll go? Dude, I feel like, yeah, I mean, the Jim Harbaugh Michigan connection, like, it's funny because, like, that's like the low-hanging fruit. Everyone's like, oh, he's just going to go Michigan. But they might actually go Michigan, like right here, and go Loveland. Roll said Chargers go Hampton. Hampton's not available in this mock. He got taken two picks ago to Denver, who also needs a running back very badly. Like, the Chargers just got Najee. Like, why would they get Najee and then draft a running back in the first round? Like, I mean, I guess if it was Hampton, like, but outside of that, like, they need other positions. I'm gonna say Loveland. I'm gonna say Loveland. Johnny says Loveland. Maybe the Steelers like him that much to draft him early. Maybe. I mean, because he's projected as a late first, early second. I mean, 20. It's not that far away from the end of the first. They need a tight end. Conklin ain't it. No, of course Conklin's not it. Henderson then. Tim said Loveland. I don't see the Chargers taking an RB in this draft, but not in the first if Hampton's gone. Right. Yeah, Loveland. All right, we got too many votes for Loveland. We're going Loveland. And it makes sense, though, because they need a tight end very, very badly over there. They've been having all these mink shift old motherfuckers over there, and it's not the business. It is not the business. Okay, now we got Green Bay. Green Bay is very interesting right here because they probably need defense. That's where I think they go with this pick. And do they go Mike Green? I don't know, like, because I know they need an edge. Probably not going cornerback here because I feel like there's not good enough ones that should be taken right now. Green to Green Bay, right? I mean, that is still dropping. Like, I mean, I know. I mean, even with all this shit, I mean, they have him projected as like going 16 or at least 16 in their power rankings or whatever. Marty said Revel. Who's Revel? Zabel? Zabel, maybe? Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, do they need line help? I'm not really sure. I feel like they do. I mean, it seems like everybody needs O-line help, but it's like, what is going to make a huge, like, fucking impact? Oh, Revel, the cornerback. Let's see. Okay, I just didn't go down that far. Okay. I know they do need cornerback. I mean, Jair Alexander keeps getting hurt, and he's kind of just like the main piece over there for him. TJ said Egbuka. Maybe. I feel like there's already a lot of mouths to feed over there. Josh Timmons seems like a Green Bay pick. Go tackle. Okay. I mean, I know that. I mean, if we're looking here, I mean, it says their inside O-line and offensive tackle. I mean, they have it here as their third and fourth positional need. What do you guys think? Well, yeah, let me know what you guys think, because Yeah, Green Bay always throws people for a loop with what they do with their first picks. He was going to be the top cornerback, but he tore his ACL before the season. Oh, okay. Okay. So he didn't even play last year. Mike said, I think Revel or a wide receiver. Okay. Throw some names in, guys. This one, yeah, I really don't know what Green Bay does with this. I think maybe to protect, Jordan Love a little more. I'm going Green or Pierce Jr. They go edge. You know what? I'm with you on that. Well, I'll throw Green's shit out the window because I know they need edge. That is one of the things that they really do need to fix. So I'm with you, going Green, and edge rusher at 23 for them. Because I was the first thing that I said is they need to go edge rusher. So I'm going with my initial gut feeling. I said Green makes sense. I'd bet money they'd take Revel if he's available. That'd be real interesting. Because I know that they need cornerback as well, too. Jair Alexander, he's like the only one like over there, and he keeps getting hurt. So like he goes down, and like you don't have anybody like really viable. Because Nixon's dope for fantasy, but he plays a nickel, like he doesn't play outside. But throw it in, guys. Because I think, as of right now, if anybody else, this could be swayed a little bit here. But Green's in the lead, but only by one. Pack just signed Hobbs to play the outside. Okay. I think they're sick of Jair. I think so too. All right. We're going to go Green for this pick. All right. Minnesota. Where you guys at? Minnesota, stand up. Where's Minnesota go with this pick? Do they go with that top end, get the number one safety in the draft after letting Cam Bynum go? And Harrison, he's, I would kind of hate it because I want Medalist to play there, but like, if they don't need Medalist to play one certain position, I'm sure that they fucking love, they love him to be able to be versatile and move around. Amon Wari. So you have Amon Wari over Starks? I thought Starks was like the top guy, the kind of unanimous like top safety. Crispy said Tony.
Man, fuck Tony.
Oh, Johnny said he likes Amon Wari over Starks. Okay. Amon Wari. Smith's retiring after this year. Shit, he's old, man. He's getting up there. What is he? Is he 34 this year? 35? Yeah. And we'll let the Minnesota votes are gonna weigh a little bit more. So I know that's Marty and TJ, right? Zach said Starks. I like him on DK at safety, basically. So I think we got more votes for Amon Wari than for Starks. So we're go Amon Wari, and we'll see if you guys are right let's see if you guys are right. Okay. Houston. Lot of speculation that they could potentially jump up from where they are. Oh, there you go. Thank you, stranger. Yeah, see, Amon Wari makes more sense because I know they need the strong safety. Yeah. So there we go. Thanks for that insight. So yeah, so we're putting Amon Wari there, the strong safety going over there. Okay. Now Houston, like I said, a lot of speculation that they're actually going to jump up and trade up in the first round, but let's assume they don't. I feel like they probably go O-line and go Simmons. That's one of their biggest weaknesses still. Egbuka though, right? Is he like the next top wide receiver here? Yeah, Egbuka could be a thing as well. Yeah, I don't know if they really need edge rusher with Hunter and what's his name? Will Anderson. Give Simmons a Houston, they need OT bad. Yeah. And it just seems like if it kind of plays out the way that it plays out, I feel like it would be Simmons, because he's pretty much, is he the last tackle? Yeah, see, then you got some interior guys, and yeah, the dude from Georgia, he's probably not going in the first round. He's probably going in the second. All right. All right, we got more for Simmons. So Simmons going to Houston. Okay. Now the Rams. Starks and a little Mon Warrior lesser, but possible Bengals round 1 pick 2. Okay, good to know. So they are, yeah, because Dax Hill. I mean, they moved him to corner, so he definitely didn't work out as like a safety. And then, it just doesn't. I mean, Jordan Battle, like as much as we like him, I feel like, I don't know, the Bengals are like, I don't know, might be out on them. Okay. Now the Rams on the board here. I doubt they go Egbuka, but like that's like my first thought is like them going Egbuka. No, we had Dart go to Pittsburgh, so Dart is gone. Yeah, so I don't think they'd be going QB with this pick. I mean, they kind of do. Who's their free safety? Because they kind of do need a safety, like over there. Let's see. Yeah, they got Cameron Kitchens over there. Yeah, I mean, Cam Curl's worked out, but he's their strong safety. Huh. Yeah, I feel like they go defense or Egbuka. And, I mean, I'll just go with the chalky cornerback here because I feel like it's either going to be a cornerback or that free safety. So either Harrison, Egbuka, or Starks is who I'd be picking here then. Because yeah, Cameron Kitchens, he's their free safety, and yeah, I'm sure he's no franchise safety over there. They've kind of been rotating guys a lot. Strange, I think it was Ludini out on Battle. He liked his veterans. Bell Golden has a different philosophy. I expect more snaps from Battle and Murphy this year. Cool. Kitchens was one of the first safeties off the board last year. Yeah. 3rd round pick, 99th overall last year. But yeah, they're probably not going to go safety then. Good point, Johnny. Because even on paper, it, yeah. Even on paper, if he didn't do that great for fantasy, like as long as they don't hate him, like he's probably still going to keep that spot. Okay, so let's rewind. Let's rewind. Let's not say Starks. I mean, unless everyone still thinks that, but yeah, I doubt they're going free safety with this pick then. But who are some of the top guys? They kind of do need offensive line, right? Like what about this Zabel and Booker? I know they do need interior linemen. Do they get an edge? Like who do they have at there? Who do they have at edge rusher? Fisk and Kobe Turner, and then they got Byron Young at the will and Jared Verse at the Sam. Yeah, they're probably not going any kind of edge rusher, outside linebacker. Marty said Zabel could be good. I mean, he's the top interior lineman right now, and that's probably one of their. Let me see. They got Steve Avila, drafted him a couple years ago at 36, pick 36. Kevin Dodson, 2020. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure like where they would go. Rams is going to be good with Zabel. All right, well, there we go. We got a couple Zabels in a row, so let's say it is Zabel that they go. All right, Baltimore. Woo! I bet Baltimore goes defense, and they don't need interior defensive linemen. They it's probably either edge or the interior lineman. And I mean, it seems like Pierce Jr., Booker, Donovan, Izuraku. or do they take a shot at going fucking wide receiver? Because we know they keep taking swings and misses there. Johnny said Pierce is going to Baltimore. I mean, if they're going edge rusher, he's like the top guy like on the board right now. So I'm good with that. What's anybody else think? Because they've had some swings and misses at defensive line as well. All right, Zach says that's Egbuka. What do you guys think? Throw it in. Totally could be Pierce or Egbuka. All right, Marty said Egbuka. Egbuka is close to Flowers and an X, not another slot. Yeah, they need an outside wide receiver, that's for sure. How tall is Egbuka? 6'1". Yeah, and you look at a lot of the guys in the top 10. I mean, 6'2". I mean, maybe Trey Harris is 6'3", but there's a couple 6'2" guys, and Derek Just, what up? So I made a few trades in Dynasty. I traded Bijan for Harrison in the 102, and then I traded Murray, Harrison, Bigsby for Lamb in the 105. Then I traded Leggett in the 105 and the 312 for the 103. Now I have the 1-2 and the 1-3. And then so who do you have when it was all said and done? I mean, you got Lamb in there also, right? I mean, it seems like you made some good moves. I mean, Bijan was like the best player out of like all these trades, though. Torrey Horton in the 3rd or the 4th is a perfect pick for Baltimore at wide receiver. Yeah. So, well, we got 2 Egbukas and we got 2 Pierce, because I'm going for Pierce right now. So who's gonna break the and Tim, he said Hairston at cornerback. I don't think they'd go cornerback, but I know their cornerbacks are getting old. So we need someone to break the tie. Zach said, I think Pierce is good there. Okay, well, there you go. Zach broke the tie. Okay. Now we got Detroit. Detroit, what? Detroit, baby. I mean, I feel like everyone always needs edge rushers, but with Hutchinson over there, and I mean, he looks strong coming back. Like, I feel like they really do need interior defensive linemen Like that's one thing that they got to sew up that they haven't. What do you guys think? And I think I'd say Harmon here. I'm just thinking of taking Hampton and Ward in the draft, or do I take my 1-3 and my 2-4 for Fields, Laporta to improve my tight end position? I really just don't like Laporta. Like I really don't. I'd probably just say take Ward and not trade that 1-3. Got Kincaid right now. Ugh. Yuck. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I might make that trade. Then. I just don't like Fields either. But if he's like, third, fourth quarterback for you, that is not that bad. I'm hoping my Bengals don't go Harmon. He has tackling issues. And you think that that's a possibility, right? Because who did we have the Bengals taken? Oh, yeah, defensive lineman, Nolan. All right, come on, guys. I'm going to smoke another bowl, but let me know where we going with this. Where are we going with this pick here, guys? I think that it would be defensive tackle. Unless they jump down and get an offensive tackle. But yeah, it's getting tough when we get to this part because these are a lot of the trenches guys, and a lot of these guys are guys that we don't even really pay attention to. Zach got offered to get Trey Benson for 2026 second rounder. I don't want that. I don't want Trey Benson because I'd be waiting until after the draft. If they don't draft someone, then maybe. But no. Save that 2026 second rounder for later. All right, Zach said Harmon. Well, we didn't have anybody else putting input right now, so we're going Harmon, and now Washington. I bet Washington does go. They've lost a lot of pieces on their line now. They had this defensive line that had multiple first rounders. It was first rounders everywhere. I think that they'd go defensive line and probably edge rusher and get that Boston College dude. And Tim said Egbuka. Johnny said Egbuka. They need another. Is Debo going to play the slot at all? But as of right now, Egbuka's winning. Let's see. Throwing a name, guys. Either way, consensus is going to win. Wait till I finish this bowl, see if any other names come in. If not, it's going to be Egbuka. Zach said Egbuka. All right. Here we go. Dang, Bill's got a shitload of picks. Buffalo. Who's their free safety over there? Because it might end up being Starks. Hamlin. Crispy said Larry Bird. So what do we think? They need wide receiver also. Burden? You think they could snatch up a Burden right there? I know they need cornerback as well. Revel, Hairston, Amos, Burden to Buffalo. I mean, they need wide receiver badly, right? Tim says Burden as well. Zach says Burden. And different type of build and everything, like compared to Keon Coleman, right? It's not like they would be doing the same things. Burden to Buffalo. KC needs offensive linemen. I'm gonna say the Oregon. I'm gonna say the Oregon guy. I mean, I guess they do need inside line. They need linemen everywhere. So actually, I don't know. Maybe the Alabama guy, and they go Booker. So what do you guys think? I'm gonna say Booker. I mean, he's good. He's a guard, right? And then the Oregon guy, Connerly, he's a tackle. What do they need more? They need inside or they need tackle. Tim says Connerly. Isaac Casey needs to replace that false start machine on their O-line. What position does he play? What position does he play? Right tackle. See, and Connerly. All right, I'm gonna say Connerly as well. Throw in the names, guys. You got any other names? Throw them in. Throw them in. But I'll say Connerly. Zach said Henderson. Yeah, maybe. I think they proved that they could do it with, a makeshift running back core. But that would be interesting, though. All right, we got another Connerly. Marty said Henry Heimlich. Is that a real guy? To stop him from choking. All right. Let's go Connerly. And so we got two more. We got one more pick here in the first round. It is the Eagles. Dang, where do you think that the Eagles go? I mean, they're not going to go offensive lineman. Who's their free safety? Because, man, what if they end up just getting Starks? Let's see. They got Reed Blankenship, so probably not. But I don't know. Reed Blankenship's kind of like, I mean, he's like a makeshift guy that's like doing good for them now, but like, I don't know. Stark's like one of these generational top end free safeties. I know they lost. Damn it. Who's the guy who they lost? They're one of their edge rushers. What if they go edge rush and go the Boston College guy? Cornerback for Eagles. Hollywood, what up? Here we go. We got our resident Eagles fan in here. As much as I'd love Starks if Donovan Izaraku is there. He'd be my pick if this is how it goes, or they'd trade back. Well, and seeing that's who we have them as of right now. All right, we're gonna Josh Sweat. There we go. Thank you. Could not think of his name to save my life. Josh Sweat. I'm a couple bowls deep. All right, you know what? We're gonna let Hollywood get his pick for his Eagles. There we go. Let's see. Will it show us? Can we see like all the picks somehow? All right, but that's the end. That's the end of the first round there. I cannot see. Cannot see all the picks in a row here. That kind of sucks. Well, let me try to zoom out a little bit. I'm gonna take some screenshots. Oh, come on. All right, well, you can get 1 through 7 at a time. Okay. I'll go post this in Patreon and on Facebook, and we'll see what people think. It's funny because no matter what on these mock drafts, gonna be a bunch of people. Are you a fucking idiot? Like, there's no way that like this one specific thing like happens. Always ends up being like that. All right. Almost got it all here. Marty said so true. Yeah, it's always never fails. Never fails. Mocks are always mocked for sure. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, you can literally get 100% correct and people would shit on it. Yeah, it's and if we get this 100% correct, that would just be fucking insane. All right. So what I'll do, I'll make a little doc out of this. The mock draft Nazis are hilarious. Yeah, people are just crazy. Like either way. All right, and that would shape it out right there. Smoke another bowl before we get out of here, and then we got a draft tonight. Make sure you guys join the draft with us. It's going to be the last one before the NFL draft, and we're not going to have any drafts during the NFL draft as well. Marty said, "Where'd Booker go? O-line. He hasn't gone yet. He didn't go in the first round for us." Yeah, the guys who are probably first round snubs in this, Starks, Kenneth Grant, and then Booker. Those would be at least according to, the power rankings of this site. I don't know which one it is. Yes, and we need 4 or 5 more for the slow draft. That's the Flintstones division. Let's go. Wystad played out well for the Vikings. 2 top safeties available and some good O-lines left too. Yeah. I got it correct last year with confidence. I'm far less confident this year because of Golden being the Bengals' new DC. Yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, I feel like that was that was a fun mock either way. And like I feel like Ward and Shedeur are gonna drop, and they could drop farther than that. Maybe not Ward, but Shedeur could easily drop farther than the 9th pick. And yeah, I'm curious to see how this plays out. And we are 27 hours away from the first round. Let's go. Todd Giants said we got it wrong. Atlanta trades up twice for Ward and Sanders. Don't forget to stay all the way through the credits, guys. Peace out, everybody. We'll be going live for the draft tonight, more than likely. And then I'll probably be live around 4:20 tomorrow. It just seems like a good time. We'll see you guys there. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.